President Trump threatening China with new tariffs because of China's handling of the virus. Senator from Wyoming, John Barrasso, joins us now. Mr. Senator, I know that we want to hold China accountable, but there's something that really troubles me in all of this. One of your colleagues in the Senate, along with Newt Gingrich, they're saying that we, America, should not repay the $1 trillion that we owe China. They are seriously talking about abrogating the debt. We've never done that before. I think it would be a terrible thing. What do you say?
Well, first, two words with regard to China: never again. Stuart, we should never again be dependent upon China for medicine, for materials, for products, anything that is in the vital interest of the United States. And we need to take a magnifying glass to re-examine our supply chain, because we know that China cheats, they lie, all of those things, and now they're trying to rewrite history with regard to the coronavirus. With relation to the debt, and Larry Kudlow has talked clearly about the fact that that's not going to happen, but the president is going to continue to hold China accountable. He's done it more than previous Republican or Democrat candidates have or presidents have, and I'm going to continue to work with him to hold China accountable. They are the #1 holder of our debt, and our debt is a big problem as well, and we've just added to the debt in our dealing with the coronavirus that has been caused by China.
That is true, but let's hope we do not abrogate our debt for the first time ever. Mr. Senator, Wyoming is opening up, I believe, as of today. Barbershops, I think, are reopening there. I think you could be a real good indicator of how much people just want to get out and want to get back to work. Do you expect a lot of people to be getting out and about and using services in Wyoming?
I do. Wyoming is doing it right. People want to get back to work. We're doing it safely as well as smartly. The governor's worked with our health department, but you're right, businesses are open. Supercuts is doing a big job, as are all the barbershops. I just drove by the Rialto barbershop, 3 guys outside with masks ready to go in for haircuts. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, as is my father-in-law, Bob Brown. So people are going to be out and about. They're already out and about. You know, every state's been hit differently. In Wyoming, we've been very fortunate, Stuart. Only a little over 400 cases of coronavirus, 7 deaths. Our economy has been hurt much more by coronavirus than has the healthcare consequences for Wyoming. You know, our oil, our agriculture, tourism, all of those things, we're ready to go back to work.
So what about a fifth, I've lost track of the number, another rescue package, a big one at some point in the near future? Do you favor that or do you oppose it?
We have 30 million Americans out of work, as you just reported. Those people need our help. All the Republicans had a call this week of our conference. I chair the conference. If there is another package, it needs to be targeted, and it needs to be temporary. It needs to be bipartisan. The CARES Act passed 96-0 in the Senate, but it needs to focus specifically on the coronavirus problems related to it. So I've said we need to push the pause button on additional spending until we can make sure that the spending being done right now is actually being effective. The states are demanding, as is Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, demanding more money. The states just got $150 billion last Tuesday, Stuart. Let's make sure that money is being used wisely. They may need more flexibility, but the #1 thing we need to do is to push the start button on the American economy. That's to get people back to work, get the economy growing again. That's much more important than any stimulus package that can be passed in Congress.
Mr. Senator, if I lived in Wyoming, I'd be right behind you for a haircut. I've missed 2. I haven't had my hair cut in months, and that's it shows. Thanks very much.
Always welcome in Wyoming. Thanks, Stuart.
I'll come back. Thanks very much, Senator. See you soon, sir. Thank you.